always a pleasure to speak with you. Congrats on 15 years of Jersey Shore.
I never would have thought it, but thank you.
So for you, take me back, when you were filming the very first season, were you concerned at all that it wouldn't work out? And then once you saw it, what were your initial thoughts for that very first episode?
Honestly, both. We didn't have a name. We never we kind of like at the end did the photo shoot and shook each other's hands, and we were still on Blackberries, and we were trying to like create like those little Blackberry group messages.
Hmm.
Remember those? And I'm like, I don't even know if you're old enough for that, but
Oh yeah.
I remember Paulie giving his DJ business card because like that was the only way to communicate. And it just died down. I got a call from MTV. I'll never forget it. And they're like, we're going to probably air the commercial during the MTV Music and Movie Awards, whatever that fall one was. So I got all my friends and family to tune in. Never aired. And I just remember being like, oh, but they wouldn't even tell us the name of it. So
Yeah.
then fast forward, I had MTV on because, MTV's iconic. And I was just cooking in the kitchen and I hear my annoying ass voice on the television. And I'm like, and I I run around from the corner of the kitchen into my living room and I'm just like, what is this? And I just see the first commercial, which was chaos, total like
Hmm.
jaws on the floor. And I just remember like Jersey Shore. And I just remember like, that's what they named it. Like, I was like, I had no idea. And I just called all my friends and family back and I said, see, I told you I was going to be on TV. And I
It
hung
is
up on them.
real.
Yeah, because like nobody believed me because we filmed it months prior.
Yeah.
And like we ended Labor Day weekend and didn't come out till December. So I'm like, cool. But again, no idea what's going to happen. No idea that it was going to be iconic. No idea it was even going to make TV. But I love that. I actually
Right.
love. We went in with zero expectations and we were just ourselves. And we just went
Mm.
only knowing one route, and that was how to be ourselves.
And now, are there any maybe first impressions of your co-stars that you still stand by today? Or, any snap judgments you regret?
I always regret Nicole's, but I always say that was editing. And she says, no, it's not. You truly did that. Where I kind of, Nicole comes in, but I'm like, dude, you look like a rabid chihuahua. Like you came in with so much energy. And I kind of went like this to her. And of course they showed it. And I was like, oh my God. But she, to this day, 15 years later, holds that against me. She's like, you weren't my friend in the beginning. It took me getting punched for you to be my friend.
Is that really what you think was like the turning point? Or is that's what she thinks it is?
No, I totally loved her before, but like she, for being so tiny, is such a big personality. And when
Yeah.
you have cameras in your face and you don't know what the hell you're shooting, and I have this like little rabid drunk chihuahua in front of me, like I was intimidated. I was like, girl, you were just very intimidating. You were loud, you knew who you were. And I was like, I'm introverted. I've learned through the years. I'm like, dude, I was just going through an introverted moment, but she loves holding that against me. And I'm like, I loved you. And that's why I reacted to your punch. I loved you before that.
Mhm. Exactly. You wouldn't have reacted that way had you known.
Exactly. See, you agree.
I get it. And now, the show comes out, it's a massive hit, everyone's talking about it. Just what was that immediate whirlwind like for you? Was it scary, fun, a little of both? I mean, it's a lot at once for someone who was not used to that attention.
Totally petrifying because you have to understand we had like Kardashian fame with no
Yeah.
money. So I was broke as hell. I had people looking through my windows, following me in my car, stealing my garbage in my garbage can. I would wake up and
Wild.
like people would be like little raccoons. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, just say hi to me. I would wake up and I had like a second story place and there would be someone in my window. And I'm like, oh my God.
Jeez.
And it was just madness. But it was intimidating because there was no money attached to that fame.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I would have had it any other way because I really think us going through all that and keeping it so organic and working in those places, not, there was no social media. Back then, I remember Ashton Kutcher signing us up to Twitter.
Right.
Like there was MySpace. And like I remember Nicole did it for me twice. Nicole's like, you have to sign up to this thing called Facebook. And I'm like, I don't want to. And then like she forced me to be on Instagram. And my first picture on Instagram, I believe, is Lorenzo as a baby. Cause I'm like, I don't want to. So she was constantly forcing me to be on like social media. But like at that time, it was kind of just, you just rode the wave through old school media with like magazines and
Hmm.
paparazzi from afar. There was no cell phones and uh, TikTok and things that like made people famous like today.
Yeah,
So it's very captivating and it was crazy
definitely a moment in time.
for
And
sure.
you are also thrown into, these award shows and stuff. You're meeting like celebrities, which has to be a wild experience. Is there one that does stand out about the above the most? Maybe one, if there's one you haven't shared before, up to you whether you want to name names or not, but
Um, So there was like I got to meet Leonardo DiCaprio at a club and we took a selfie. Like you can Google it. It's out there. That was
it
one of the most
exists.
iconic ones. But I remember Jennifer Aniston. I don't have a photo and I don't need one. She came through the back door of a premiere at an MTV show. It was like a
Mm,
puppet show. And Tony DeSanto, our old president, was a huge friend of hers. And I just remember her shaking my hand with both hands and looking me in the eyes, and I just remember my jaw completely dislocating and falling to the floor.
fair.
But I'll never forget, she treated me so kindly. And she didn't see the show at that point. So
Mm.
this was just her being like, oh, you're Tony's friend? It is so kind to meet you. And then she became a fan of the show after. And I was like, I win at life. This is the
Right.
most iconic thing that has ever happened to me. And she is sweet as someone like you could get, there's nobody sweeter.
People like to hear that, I think.
Yeah.
And for you, just how do you feel like as the show went on, you started to become more respected? It has been 15 years. Clearly, there's longevity. You all have these great careers outside of the show. You just directed your first movie. So it's like, obviously, people had an opinion when the show premiered. How did that shift over time?
For sure. But I actually, no, I don't. I think we're respected by MTV, by Paramount, by the people that are keeping our lights on. I think they
Hmm.
love us. But one of the biggest struggles that I think going into Devon was I thought it was going to be a lot easier. And
Mm,
I feel like, and I know a lot of celebrities and actors and anyone trying to shift their career or change the genre that they're typecast in, it's hard. So I got a lot of doors closed on me because they were
mm,
like, "You're reality, stick with reality." And I was like, but my dream is to be a tiny director in horror. And I'll be honest, it did not make my life easier. I had to kind of crawl my way to where I am today. And even releasing my tiny movie, Devon, has been incredible. But there have been like 1,001 moments where I wanted to give up, but I use those as lessons.
mm,
And I actually like that it wasn't that easy because if it wasn't that easy, I wouldn't appreciate it. And I wouldn't appreciate the time and energy I put into it because, I guess being a reality star, outside of Kim Kardashian, who's just like breaking glass ceilings everywhere, like
it's
it's
hard.
hard transitioning into other forms of media for sure.
Well, congratulations
Oh,
also on
thanks.
the movie and your hard work. I'm a
Thank
horror
you.
fan, so
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
And now we are 15 years later, and the Jersey Shore aesthetic is really starting to come back, which is wild. Like people are wearing Ed Hardy again. People are
I
wearing the
mean,
Juicy Couture. Just like, are you
my daughter,
surprised?
Milani for Christmas wants Juicy Couture. I am like, what is happening in life? And shout out to Juicy. Can you please contact me? Because I don't even know how to buy it anymore. I used to go to the malls.
Right?
Rolling Juicy. I'm like, do we buy it online now? Like, I'm so ancient. Like, I need help. My 10-year-old wants it. My 8-year-old wants Ed Hardy. He's mad at me that he saw episodes or pictures of me in outfits that I wore that I don't have anymore. I'm like,
Mm.
guys, I had bins. I don't even want to tell them. I had bins of Ed Hardy.
Oh, I'm sure you were just getting
Bins.
it at,
You know what? My parents said it best to never get rid of your stuff because it's going to come around again, and
right.
they're right. They're
It's
right.
like, and it's things you don't expect to come back to. You're like, that is so over. There's no way people want
Yes,
to wear that again.
yes. Now I have like I threw away vintage Ed Hardy. Like I feel like it's probably worth something now.
Right? I mean, it wasn't cheap back then.
No. And the fact that and when I tell you, I donated that in disgust because I loved it and I still loved it. But I was like, I have to follow the trends. And like, it's like, I'm going to be made fun of. So I had to like donate it with sadness. And now, look, see, this is why you should never get rid of your
Nope.
clothes.
You mentioned your daughter wanting stuff that you wore on the show. Clearly, they have now started seeing clips of it, or they haven't watched like full episodes yet, have they? You haven't done, there's
No,
not like marathoning happening.
yeah, no, thank God. MTV, do not put out marathons because like I will catch a case. So she just sees, so she actually would Google Juicy Couture, and I didn't even know it was back until she did that. And my picture with her Aunt Nicole popped up and like Paris Hilton. And she's like, wait, you know Paris? I'm like, yes. She goes, well, she's wearing Juicy. And I'm like, do you even know who Paris is and how iconic she is? She'd be like, no, but she's wearing Juicy. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea. Like, she doesn't realize who her aunts and uncles are in this world, let alone
Right?
I've met Paris before, and I'm like, I know her. And all she cares about is the juicy part, though.
Of course. You know, you guys have been through so much together on and off camera throughout your time, the good, the bad. Is there one moment you maybe wish wasn't caught on camera of yours that you're like, oh,
Yes and no, but I have to take it as a life lesson. I just wish
yeah.
the first season, I think I got really sick. Like we called it the seaside swine flu, where it just like annihilated you. And I looked rough. So they didn't play the fact that I had the flu. They just played me looking like a mess. And I just remember being like, could you have just gotten your shit together, Jenny? Like if you would have known that this freaking show would have been the #1 hit, like could you wash your hair? Like mm-mm. I looked like a hella mess. But again, I was super sick and they only had so many things they could put in each episode. So
Yeah.
just have me in the background looking like a absolute disaster, which I regret.
And how long, did you guys feel immediate like closeness right away, or how long did it take for that as a whole cast to really come together?
We did and we didn't. I think when the show ended and before family vacation, we were like a united front.
Yeah.
I think it actually took us dissolving as a show and parting ways after season 6, Nicole having
Mm,
her babies, I'm having babies. And it took us missing each other. And we would speak all the time. And then there was this special on us, a quick little like 30-minute special,
yeah.
and we saw each other and we really missed each other. And every day after that, that's when the group chat was like together. And that was a year before we even got back together on the first family vacation. But I think that is what created the new dynamic of us and the
Mm,
closeness. And that's why we have the longevity that we did, because the time apart, missing each other, and becoming friends before the show started, like really becoming super close before the show got reignited, like that's what
mm.
did
And how much of the year do you spend filming now? Because I mean, the show just keeps coming. It feels like there's not much downtime anymore.
for real. And I'm trying to make a new movie. So I need a little bit of downtime. But I feel like the funny part is if we're not filming, we're still seeing each other. Like I'm
Right.
still, Dina just invited me to CJ's sixth birthday. I'm gonna go to Nicole's for the holidays. Paulie's like, I'm in AC this weekend. So I understand why production's like, why aren't we just following these movements
Yeah.
that you're already doing? So if we're not filming, we're still seeing each other all the time. So it feels like 24/7.
And lastly, just I know you, I'm sure, are filming now or starting again soon. What can you kind of tease about what's to come? Can we expect more full group outings now that kind of things are moving forward with Ronnie a bit more, it seems?
Oh yeah, so we are heading, so we're airing right now every Thursdays and we're heading to Miami, which is super nostalgic,
Hmm.
super throwback, but also so much drama, like wild. But I'm really not part of it. So I'm like
Just
so
eating your
pumped to watch,
popcorn.
so pumped to watch.
I am as well. We love the show here at JWoww, and yeah, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, Jenny. And
Thank you so much.
seriously, congrats on the movie because I know
Oh,
that
thank
is
you.
not easy, and to break into the horror genre like you have is impressive. So,
Thank
congrats.
you so much.
All right, have a good one. Thank you guys.
You too.
Thank you.